The best part about mobile gaming is that it's an ever-changing space. A new month is coming up, and that means a lot of new games. Hey everyone, I'm Paul, and today on Android Tools, we're going to be counting down our top picks for the top 12 best new Android and iOS games of October 2020. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off at number 12, we have Final Fantasy Crystal. This is the remastered version of the classic ARPG that was so popular a few years ago. Now, using your Android device, you can connect with players on other platforms thanks to the cross-play feature. Your entire mission is to help your own group of adventurers find drops of myrrh, a component that will help you save the world from miasma gas. After watching the impressive and extensive introduction, you'll be ready to start your adventure. The first step in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is to design your own character with all your favorite features. You can also choose your character's name and the style of vehicle that you'll use to move all around the map. Now at number 11 is Super Clone. Super Clone is a highly dramatic dual-stick action with beautiful graphics, RPG elements, as well as quite impressive complexity. Opponents will not work as targets. Constant attacks, streams of bullets and projectiles, the use of traps, and much more will require lightning-fast reaction and accuracy of actions. To avoid being hit by enemy fire and to hit as many targets as possible in a minimum period of time. Random event generation, skill development system, arsenal of weapons, leveling and upgrading, opening new opportunities, as well as much more awaits participants in the gameplay. Moving on to number 10, we have Tiny Robots Recharged. Rescue the main character's kidnapped friends in this three-dimensional escape puzzle game. It so happened that an evil genius kidnapped 3 of your friends who were in the park near his top-secret laboratory. No one knows what terrible experiments he puts on them, and only in your power to release the companions in misfortune one by one. There are at least 40 levels that will definitely make you think about the solution. Rotate the location to see it from different angles, open boxes, and find and collect items, including charging batteries. You will have to figure out what to connect to launch all sorts of mechanisms and devices. The only way you will go to the next location. Moving on to number 9, we have Legendaria. This is a low-poly graphics action game with excellent implementation of the action process in the setting of the zombie apocalypse. Gamers using the simplest controls will guide the character that is trying to save his life and safely leave the infected territories. The opponents will not only be mutants, but also angry people trying to get to the main character's supplies. So you need to find him favorable positions for shooting, change them in time, and avoid creating risky situations. And it comes complete with other features and gameplay features. That together is sure to please fans of shooting The Walking Dead. Breaking into number 8, we have Truberbrook. This is an unusual quest that takes place in an alternate reality of the 60s. This is an adventure game with handmade locations where you will find yourself in the 1960s parallel universe. Events unfold in one of the European countries, and the yard is the end of the 60s. The main character is Hans Tannhauser, who is a young physicist from America, who comes on vacation and at the same time to finish work on his dissertation. Our hero decides to spend his vacation in a small village, which is located among the mountains and surrounded by dense forests. He moves into a modest hotel, and on the first night, very strange events happen to him. Next up at number 7, we have Dashero Sword and Magic. Dashero is a hack-and-slash action game with a top-down third-person perspective in 3D visual. Due to its roguelike and shooting style, Dashero is usually compared with another popular game, Archer, which has been published in 2019 spring. The game features its smooth 3D graphics and smooth animations. Offline mode and a very special by display mode, both portrait and landscape, is also supported. For survival, you can obtain different random skills and combine them to have countless possibilities. Classic roguelike gameplay with a new 3D presentation. Super spectacular battle effects and fights against strange creatures, such as banana monsters and funny animals. Now at number 6 is Forest Road's Neva. This is cross-country racing. Gamers will get behind the wheel of various models of the iconic SUV and try to do everything in order not to be the first to arrive at the finish line, but also to set a record time. This will be quite difficult to complete due to the fact that the roads in this game are not provided, but there is tuning. It will improve technical performance and allow you to feel much more confident in any of the possible situations. Well, several modes including free driving will help you fully unlock the potential of technology, as well as the level of driver skills. Moving on to number 5, we have Legacy of Heroes. Legacy of Heroes is an action game where you move through a world set in medieval times, fighting tons of enemies as you go. Feel the adrenaline pulsing through your veins as you fight as a warrior in multiplayer battles, doing everything it takes to win. The graphics are pretty awesome with all the settings and warriors shown in 3D. That said, you can always adjust the quality of the graphics to avoid consuming too many resources. That way, you can play the game even on older smartphones. Before entering battle, it's important to equip the right weapons to secure victory. Tap on the right side of the screen to change the camera angle and use the virtual D-pad to move your character freely around the scenario. Next up at number 4, we have Action Strike. Action Strike is a first-person shooter that invites you to feel the thrill of entering a bunch of settings by shooting at multiple enemies. Plus, the excitement only increases when you play against online players from around the world. The visuals in Action Strike are so well developed that you're immersed in the intensity of each setting. Use the directional joystick to move through each setting. At the same time, all you have to do is tap on the screen to modify the perspective and accurately point towards each objective. It should be noted that you can easily automate the shots so you don't have to worry about opening fire. The assaults have a limited duration, so the combats are very dynamic. Coming in at number 3, we have Mission S. Mission S is a multiplayer action game that submerges you in 40-player battles, where the last man standing wins the game. We're talking about a battle royale that's very similar to Fortnite, Omega Legends, and Cyber Hunter. However, Mission S stands out for its colorful visuals, as well as for the variety in weapons and vehicles available to you. The energy system available in Mission S is one of the features that make it unique. The game map includes several energy recharge points that allow you to use your jetpack as well as upgrade your weapons and armor. Use your jetpack to advance quickly both horizontally and vertically. Plus, you can level up your weapons if you get copies of the ones you already have. Next up at number 2, we have A Monster's Expedition. This is an open-world puzzle adventure from Draknek, who brought us A Good Snowman and Cosmic Express. It is one of the rare Apple Arcade and PC games that was actually revealed by the developer prior to release on Apple Arcade. It feels like Apple enjoys doing shadow drops each week for games. A Monster's Expedition has gorgeous visuals and great music to complement the relaxing adventure. You push trees to create paths to explore hundreds of islands as you learn about humanity as a monster. Watch the trailer for A Monster's Expedition below showcasing gameplay. This game was already on my radar because Draknek's other games are excellent, but the music in the trailer sold me on it. And finally at number 1, we have Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is an RPG where you explore a spectacular open world through different characters. Soaring the skies and walking through the scenarios of each available city, you'll complete new missions and collect objects that allow you to evolve along with your protagonists. All the possibility of cross-gaming between users of other platforms such as PC, PS4, or iOS. Visuals in Genshin Impact are spectacular and allow you to enjoy every nook and cranny of the story. In fact, if there is a sole single reason why this title stands out, it is because of the huge amount of hidden details for you to uncover little by little depending on your capacity to explore in depth. As you complete your main and secondary missions, it's important to collect all the elements that you find in the field. And that is all for the best new Android and iOS games of October 2020. Did you try any of these games? Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now is a great time to do so. We have brand new videos every day of the week. And as always, thank you very much for watching the video. I'm Paul. We'll see you next time right here on Android Tools.